Divine greetings and gratitude. Welcome to the Saiyonan archives. If you're new here, my name is Nuna. I am the seer, the writer, the poet, the witch, the wise woman of the archives. Welcome to your new spiritual safe haven. If you're returning, hey tribe, welcome back to our sacred space. I'm always honored, excited, and elated to be in your presence. Thank you so much for coming on to do another pick a card reading for us today, or for you guys today. I am going to do my best to make sure that this video is under an hour, to make sure that you all get your messages without it bleeding into, or kind of going on more than what it needs to, right? I'm not going to stop spirit from speaking. At the same time, I do want to try to keep it down to at least under an hour. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. The links to these decks will be linked in the description box, or they will be placed in the description box. And we're going to be working again with the Light Seers Tarot. I have it right here, as well as three different oracle decks, I believe. Yes, three different oracle decks that we're going to be using today. Thank you so much for trusting me to give you these messages. Thank you so much for trusting me to give you whatever it is that you need to hear. I wanted really quickly, before we get into the reading, because I'm being called to do this, especially because today is the blood moon in Pisces. So today marks the day that changes our lives for the rest of our lives. And we're going to be feeling those effects for the next 6 months. And then once the energy just kind of gets back into equilibrium, we're going to see things start to kind of set in and cement themselves as we progress and move forward in our lives. So this message is definitely timeless. However, I do feel that the messages are going to be stemming from this Pisces blood moon. I feel like I want to let you guys know that no matter what it is that you dream about, no matter what it is that you see for yourself, I want you to remember that it's not you being delusional. But what is delusional is you not believing in your capacity, and you not believing and knowing that you 100% can do this, that you 100% have every right to experience the life that you want to live, that you are here to experience, because you are the universe disguised as you. And because you are the universe disguised as you, playing your character, then your character is being led to level up right now, move on to the next level. And that's exactly what Spirit is saying. So I want you to keep an open heart and an open mind and be receptive to the energy from this blood moon, and allow whatever messages that comes through each of these piles to be what you need to hear to help you along your journey. These could be messages coming from your ancestors. They could be coming from your spirit guides, your angels, your archangels, from the beings of the highest realm of this universe. You have several energies that are a part of your spiritual team. And so what I want you to do is trust yourself. Trust the fact that you will receive whatever messages you need to hear during this channel. So I'm going to go ahead and allow you a moment to choose either pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. I'm going to go ahead and be quiet. I'm not going to edit anything out. At least I will try not to. I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to breathe all the way in very deeply. And I want you to be open to whatever messages that you need to receive right at this moment. And I'll allow you to choose your pile now. Okay. That is some really good tea. Let's go ahead and move this over. Also, by the way, pile number 3 was the loudest, just so you know. It was the loudest. I already seen a couple of cards from there, so I'm not even gonna act like I didn't, but let's go ahead and get started with pile number 1. So if you chose pile number 1, this is going to be your message, okay? Let me know how you like the setup. Let me know how you like the angle. Right now, I'm not getting the best lighting. So right now, I'm kind of dependent on the lighting that's coming from the window, of course, which is not very much because it's a pretty gloomy day today. I've also got the ring light on over here, and I've got some candles lit. So I'm kind of just depending on whatever light is available right now. So let's go ahead and get started. The first word that I heard was sage. And I'm hearing like something about like a safe haven, like sage and a safe haven. And I'm also hearing something about a hideout, or someone trying to like hide out and go behind the scenes. The word is reclusive, recalibrate, If you guys hear anything on the outside, that's because I don't know if those are my neighbors that are doing that or what, but yeah, I'm definitely hearing some stuff coming from outside. It's not coming from in here. So that's what I heard for you guys so far. I did not write anything down because I did not feel the need to. Spirit said go to the altar. I followed, and here we are. I just heard Spirit say to pull a few cards. My goodness. Exactly. Wow. You see how that worked? You have the Seven of Swords here. Exactly. It's like a hideout. Someone might be seeking refuge for something, or there might have, I just heard something about like an abusive relationship. I pray that this is not you going through an abusive relationship. I'm hoping that it's not. You also do have here the Two of Swords in reverse here. You have the Knight of Swords in reverse. You have the Tower card in reverse, and you have the Fight of Wands. You are the Five of Wands. I don't know why I said fight, but I'm hearing that you need to get out. You have the Page of Swords in reverse. There's something about the throat. You're not able to express yourself right now, and you're just trying to get out. What is it that's going on? Okay, I'm more than likely going to be using a lot of language that could be very triggering. So if you do not want to hear anything about abuse or anything like that, I really need you to click out, because I'm definitely going to be getting into that. That's exactly what it feels like, and I'm not going to allow the messages to not come through, but I have to say it. Somebody here, it could be experiencing domestic abuse, or they could be recovering from a domestically violent relationship with somebody. I feel like you're trying your best to get out, and you're trying to figure out like a way, and you're trying to detach from this energy, but it's not letting you go. This is not one of those things where you want to do a cord cutting ritual. No, you want to do a whole ritual that allows you to completely let go. This is where you burn a black candle with certain herbs, a purge and banish candle, for the next about 9 weeks. I'm hearing like 9 weeks. You want to take a candle and you want to burn it 9 weeks. You want to pray, and of course you're going to take action. But for those of you that don't know the power of prayer means that, to me, is that you yourself are, and I just heard like the word invocation. When you're doing prayer, it can definitely come off as a religious act. However, what you're doing is you are opening up your heart, your mind, and it's the power of your prayers, your invocations, it's the power of your tongue, that when you connect to the universe and you say what is actually on your heart, and you give that prayer as a gift to the universe, or as a signal, as a call to the universe, that's when things in your reality start to shift and change. But that's when you're making a connection to your guides, to God, to yourself, and your words are acting as your words are programming reality, if you will. So think about when you pray, you're not only petitioning really, but when you pray, you're basically calling out to your guides, to God and whatnot, saying, this is what is on my heart. There is more of a humble, right? A humble, open, innocent aspect when you're praying in a way. And sometimes when you do pray, you can also pray with conviction. It really just depends on the energy that you yourself have. For whatever reason, I'm hearing that I can't pray right now, but I can hum. I can't pray right now, but I can whisper. If all you can do right now is whisper in this situation, Spirit is saying is that I really want you to do that. Because even though people may be trying to manipulate you, or you may have been in a situation where you were manipulated, Spirit is saying is that if you open up to just me, I will open up a place of refuge for you. But you have to allow me. You have to allow me in. When you allow me in, I'm able to guide the way for you. The Seven of Swords is coming up as an energy that is like quietly kind of sneaking away. And what I'm getting is this image of like, I just heard the word, I just heard the word bastard. Like, I just heard you filthy bastard. Like, how dare you? I'm not liking the energy of this reading, and it's kind of, I feel really angry, and I don't like it. Like, I feel like I'm picking up on your energy. For someone here, it's like, you fucking bastard, how dare you touch me in this way? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, forgive me for cursing so much. Like, I'm not trying to do this like on purpose, but that's what I'm feeling. I'm hearing Spirit say that I need you to get up and get out, because if you don't allow yourself to get up and get out, it won't end well. Like, I'm hearing for some of you that it will not end well. It's not going to. And these are messages that I'm picking up on, not just from the cards, but just from my intuition. Like, that's just what's coming through for some people. And I'm hoping and praying. Exactly. Ten of Swords energy. Ten of Swords is in reverse here. I just keep hearing domestic abuse. I'm hearing domestic abuse. I don't, Spirit, can you please give them a way out of the situation? Okay. The Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is okay. Spirit is saying is that this is your way out of the, this is your way out. Remember that innocence that we talked about? Exactly. Wow, you have the Devil here as well. I don't like the way that this makes me feel. Spirit is wanting me to open up your oracle cards in a second. Sorry about that. I have to fix this because it's not focusing the way that I needed to. It keeps moving, you guys. I'm sorry about that. You have the Devil, the Hierophant here, the Six of Wands. I just heard spiritual dominion, like someone that has some type of dominion, but it's because like I just heard like they feast, like they come off as an energy that's innocent and well-being, and you know, they come off as like they may have started off being very charismatic and very open, and it's just like that's just how they pray. It's like it was a costume and a mask, and it sucks because they might have 100% been in the energy, but then they kind of warped, or they warped themselves out of it, or like they just kind of transitioned into like another they shapeshifted is what I'm hearing, like a shapeshifter. I feel I see you getting out of a situation. Now, let's just say, for example, right, if this is not a domestically violent relationship, this is one of those things where your voice is going to be heard. And it's one of those things where you yourself have to speak. You have to make it a part of your, not your religion. I don't know why I want to say your religion, but you want to make it a part of your ritual to start sharing your voice, to start. Excuse me, I'm drinking tea, you guys, so excuse me if you hear any burping in the background. I really don't mean to be weird or disgusting on camera. I don't think that burping is disgusting, but, you know, because the body will do what it does, you know. But I also don't want to, you know, I'll put anybody on camera. So anyway, I feel like this is pointing me to someone where Spirit is, wow, that this candle here is like flickering. And like there's no, I wonder, let me see if I can. I want you to see that camera. Oh, wait. Can you see that? I don't think you can. It was like flickering at first. I don't know if you guys can see that. There it is. It just keeps flickering. The other one isn't. The other one is just like fine. Like it's still. Right? So this flame over here on the left side, this is your divine feminine trying to break free from something. Like your divine feminine is like trying to like speak, and like it's just trying. Exactly. Exactly. I can feel that. I can feel it. Let me go ahead and fix this. Is this how it was before? I don't know, but we're just gonna leave it just like that. Okay, so going back to the reading, that lets me know that your divine feminine is like in like shackles. Like divine feminine is ready to just kind of speak, right? It's ready to come out, it's ready to speak. I also feel too that it's this situation where you just keep having to fight your way to, you keep having to fight your way to be seen. You're just trying to, like, you're fighting. I don't know why I feel someone's like fighting, and it's really hard for them to make any decisions right now because things are just kind of, I just feel like they're chaotic. The Tower card here is coming up in reverse. This is the saving grace. I feel like there's going to be some type of situation where someone's going to take you in, or someone is going to show up for you to help you out of the situation. This is 100%. This is 100% temporary. I'm going to pray and I'm going to set intention for you with your permission that this is temporary, that this is temporary. If you feel like you are okay with me setting, you know, intention for you, writing a petition for you, talking to Saturn, talking to Pluto, you know, or, you know, whoever your guides may be, let me know down in the comment section if that's what you want, because I feel like, and if you do accept it, right, I'll just do this. If you do accept it, Spirit, I do ask that whoever this soul is, that you help them find the way out, that you help them to, I don't know why, Spirit, you're saying deliverance, but I'm hearing deliverance. So I set the intention that you help to deliver them for whatever this is. I set the intention that you allow healing waters, that you allow love to cleanse, to purify, and to protect whoever is within this space. I set the intention that you offer a space of refuge for this soul, so that they can receive whatever it is that they need to receive, so that they can receive the healing. Whatever helping hand that comes into their life, Spirit, I do ask that it please be with benevolent intentions. Any malevolent intentions, I ask that you please remove them from this soul's life. Thank you so much, Divine, for just loving us, for loving them. And I ask that you please protect them, that you please keep them cloaked. I just heard for you guys, cloak of invisibility, cloak of invisibility. It's bringing me to like Harry Potter, like the cloak of invisibility. And I see the Seven of Swords as someone saying, I'm leaving this space and they will not be able to see me or find me. This is someone leaving without a trace. And it's like they do the ritual, they do the working, and they get up and they go. And whatever happens in that space happens in that space because of whatever that person or people did. If this was something regarding like a work situation, right, you can apply it to that. You're getting up. For some people, I don't even see you putting in a 2 weeks notice. You're just going. You're like, nope, I'm done. I'm done being at this space. This is not good for me. They're making terrible decisions. I refuse to have that on my resume. I don't even want that attached to me. Yeah, I may have spent the last year working here, but I do not want this energy attached to me at all. I would much rather figure out a way to leave the situation. If I have to put it on my resume, I will 100% be honest about the reason why I left without tearing down the company or whatever it is, but just simply being open and impartial. Like the word is impartial. I do feel also that with this double card here and with the Hierophant, this is something dealing with like, I just heard like religious abuse. Like it's something going on within a church as well. Like the church, like they're doing something like where they're wanting people to come in and join their church, but what they're really joining is a cult. And it's the cult, it's the stripping away. Like it's causing more confusion and chaos. I don't see anything. With this Six of Wands here, it's almost coming up as like someone's trying to show face as they're this way, but in actuality, they're hiding. Like it's something that they're hiding. And it's very disruptive. I feel like with the Knight of Swords in reverse here, this is something that people don't talk about this enough. People don't share this enough. People don't mention it enough. The Page of Swords is in reverse here. It's this, I don't know why the word is like naivety that comes with that. Let's see what your oracle cards are. Let's see if we can get some positivity going. You have activation. That's here. Spirit Guardian of Spring. Activation. Okay. You also have here freedom. Eagle Spirit. Okay. You also have here tobacco. Controversy. Paradox. Okay. This is pointing me to this devil card here in the Hierophant. Okay, strawberries, fertility and youth. That is so interesting. This is the lighter part of your message. And then you also have here Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. This is the sanctuary for you. This is the refuge for you. For whatever reason, you might also want to listen to pile number 2. I don't know why I'm hearing to listen to pile number 2. So basically with these cards here is I feel like it's one of those things where, oh, also in other instances, this is mental freedom. This is the freedom that you get when you tap into your ability to not only believe in yourself, but to make your own decisions based off of what Spirit is telling you. The High Priestess is not here, but I do see the High Priestess coming up, or in my third eye coming up as saying, I want you to trust in whatever decisions you make. The fact that you do have a connection here to Piscean energy, what I'm seeing is that there's a mental thing that you got going on right now. And this mental thing is that it's holding you. It's this mind state. It's your way of thinking. It's something that's happening that's pulling you into this way of like thinking that this is the way that reality has to be for you. But what I do see, the dramatic change and the dramatic shift that I'm seeing happening in your life right now at this time is that you yourself are coming out of a need to think things in a certain way, to do things in a certain way. But instead, you're pulling yourself back and you're really meditating and thinking about what you want and think about not just the intuitive aspect, but also think about the rational aspect. The Two of Swords shows up when we need to pull back and think about the things that are going on, where we need to assess. But also for me, it's the card of it's like my ninja card. It's the ninja card for me. And the reason why I say that is because when you think about a ninja moves very swiftly, very quietly. You can't see it, you can't see them coming. They're good, they're skilled at fighting. And so in the original Rider-Waite deck, you see the Two of Swords. She's sitting on the bench. She's got this long dress on. Her swords are crossing her chest as a form of protection. She's got a blindfold on. But this is one of those things where you don't see it, but you do hear it. And you hear it and you feel it. And then that's when you swipe, and then that's when you move. But you have to know exactly when. That's the energy that I'm seeing with this. Yes, it will 100% lead to freedom. And there's something about your situation that's activating this other aspect of you, where something is going to grow and something will prosper from this situation. So even if you were, God forbid, you were in an abusive relationship, whether it be with a mother, a sister, a sibling, whoever it may be, a cousin, a friend, or a coworker, whoever may be, a boss, I do see that there's something that you are growing. When you pick out the weeds from this that you do not need, that plague the garden, I do see something growing here. Feel loved and comforted. Some of you, if you're pregnant with something and the last thing you need is to be in an unsafe space. The tobacco, controversy, and paradox. I feel like this is something where it's rooted in your lineage and you're here to activate the breaking of whatever the curse is. If you were looking to see if there was a curse, you do have the Devil card here. You're breaking that curse. Absolutely. And this is where you are the catalyst for freedom and change. For your family, for your friend group, for your job, whoever may be. There's something about your story that when you start to share it without fear, that you activate something and then it makes it grow. It's like when someone's trying to grow cucumbers and they, for whatever reason, they're having a really hard time growing it, and you come in and you put it in the right spot, right? You say, nope, that needs to be uprooted. Nope, pick those leaves off. Nope, okay, get rid of that. Let's go ahead and add this fertilizer to it. Let's go ahead and get this put around it. Let's go ahead and add, vinegar, whatever you need to this, not vinegar, but, apple cider vinegar and water, spray it on there to get rid of the bugs and the pests or whatever, or, put beer, in a cup or in a bowl and put it next to it so that the slugs can come and, get in there, whatever it may be, right? You have whatever it takes to help these things grow a lot better. And then you will be the one to show up to break it. You are showing up, breaking whatever generational curse or whatever this is. And that is your message for today. I pray for love. I pray for peace. I pray for safety for you right here in this moment. And I set the intention that this message is timeless for you. And I set the intention that you are loved. If you need anything from me, please feel free to visit me online over at thesayonanpath.org. I, again, am just wishing so much safety and love for you, because I really hope that you are not in a space where you cannot get out of. And I know that you can. Just invite your guides in. I just really want you to do that. Also, I'm not using your situation as a way to make money. Absolutely not. But if you do need a Persian banishing candle, I do have one available in the Ethereum. If you do need it, you can work with it for 9 weeks. I do want to set the intention that you get what you need. I'm not even going to tell you where else to find me right now. You know where to find me. Just check the links down in the comment section. But I really want you to focus on getting out of this situation, okay? And you have my best interest at heart. Also, if you need to, you can get authorities involved if you have to, okay? I love you, and I will catch you in pile number 2 if you decide to go. If you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm doing the best that I can to not have to edit anything out, okay? So this is pile number 2. If you're coming from pile number 1, I hope that you're okay. I love you, and I hope that you're safe. And I hope that you get exactly what you need out of these messages. I really want you to focus on what makes you happy. Okay? I want you to focus on what makes you happy, and I want you to focus on what brings you joy. And I also want you to focus on safety. I want you to open up your heart to safety right now, okay? If you're coming from pile number 1. The word refuge just keeps coming up. I don't know what that card is, but we'll see in a second. What was that? The Five of Cups is showing up here. Okay, yeah, see, this is definitely bleeding from pile number one. Spirit, I don't want to tell you what to share, you know, what to have come through me, and so I'm not even going to ask you to give us a positive message, but whatever message comes through, I am thankful, because we are all here learning life. We are all here learning to do our best and to be our best with the best that we have. That's a message for somebody. You are here doing your best with what you have. With what you have. I'm seeing the Ten of Pentacles here. I'm seeing the Nine of Swords here. Oh man, let me see. I want to make sure that I shuffle these cards. Good. If you guys hear anything in the background, I do have children. They are awake. They're waiting for me to come out because we're gonna go pick up the baby's his pull-ups in a minute. Well, after we're done with this. After we're done with this reading. And of course we are taking our time. Ace, oh, thank you. Thank you so Spirit, thank you. Thank you so much, Spirit. I'm so glad to see something here that's oh, thank you so much, Spirit. I feel so relieved right now. Thank you. And it's not even relief for me. It's relief for whoever may have come from pile number one, or whoever just needs relief right now. I just heard Spirit say that the past is behind you. The past is behind you. I just heard Spirit say that you are safe now. Wowzers. I just heard that Spirit say that you are safe now.
Excuse me, Dad.
Boys, relax. I'm doing a reading. I need it quiet.
I know.
Inside voices, please, and thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Sorry about that, you guys. This is real life for me. Like, I have not five, I'm sorry. I have 4 babies. My eldest is 10, and then my youngest is 3. He'll be 4 October 5th. He will be 4 October 5th. There's so many numbers. I have a 10-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 5-year-old. Yeah, it's a lot. Anyway, so basically, yes, I see here that the first card that came out was the 5 of Cups. You also have the 10 of Pentacles, you have the 9 of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords reversed, the Hangman, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups reversed, and 2 unknown cards right here. So with these cards coming out here, I feel like someone is like coming out of a really bad situation. Like someone is coming out of, like, they've surrendered, they've humbled themselves. This Queen of Swords here is coming up as being humbled. Yes? I'm doing a reading. You're going to have to wait, please, and thank you. So basically, I feel like someone is coming out of a situation. Someone is coming out of... They're just coming out, or like they're needing some help. They need help. Like they need financial help. It's like they've had to really humble themselves to receive help. Maybe they were used to doing things on their own. Maybe you were used to doing things by yourself, or maybe you were used to refusing help, and now you're in a space where you can't even refuse it if you wanted to. And that's exactly what this 4 of Cups is coming up here in reverse. It's like, even if you wanted to refuse it, like your livelihood is literally dependent on you being given an open, having an open hand. And I see this Ace of Pentacles as someone wanting to help you, but for some of you, you guys are about to be called out. You've been really needing financial help, and it's not even just financial help. You've been needing help and you keep refusing it. How do you expect, right? Respectfully, just think about it. How do you expect to keep doing things alone when you know for a fact that it is unsustainable for you to do that? I know that you are someone who is strong. It's not a matter of your strength. It's not a matter of you proving your strength by constantly doing it on your own. That in itself is a trauma response. Right? And I want you to understand that it is okay for you to open up and to receive, because we all need help at times. It's okay that you need help. It's okay that you speak up. It's okay because you're empowered to speak up. You're empowered to say, I need help. I need to receive. Right? Because if you've been setting your intention at your altar saying, Spirit, I need help, Divine Great Mother, or whoever you believe in, it could be, I don't know. I just heard the word Frida. So, it could be whoever it may be, your ancestors. Sometimes that help is going to come in the form of a person giving things to you. right? It doesn't always look like things being done online, right? It doesn't always look like you know, having an online community, but it also looks like you having an actual place that will help you. Like, I just heard something about like the homeless shelter. Like, someone is either, I don't know if you're living at a homeless shelter, you're listening to this, or if you are kind of, I just heard coasting, like you're just kind of coasting, or you may be living out life out in like a van or something like that. Or this is pointing me to homelessness. I don't know why I'm seeing someone being like homeless in a way, but this, I just heard that this is the most homeless I've ever been. And I feel like some of you may be acting a bit hasty at the moment, but the reason though is because life is happening to you. With that does come forgiveness and patience, because not everyone is able to see past your, you know, whatever anger you may have, or the snarky remarks. Not everyone is willing to see past that, with which, okay, but there are some people that you may not expect to, but some people are seeing past that. Some people are willing to look past that, past how you've been acting, and seeing the fact that for some of you, you've been hurting, because underneath all of that, underneath the mask, is someone with tears. Someone has been showing a face where they are strong, they're stoic, and you know, they may be poised in some situations, or some of them may be, you know, very glamorous or very humorous, or they may be, it's like someone's hiding something, like they're not showing the fact that what they're really needing is sanctuary, a home, a refuge. They're not showing that, but the reason why is because life happens so much, and you had to be there for yourself and depend on yourself. Wow, this card flipped over. What is that? The Hangman. It's one of those things where it's like Spirit is saying, is like, I know it's something that you can't, it's mentally exhausting, and it's just mentally draining, to say the least, right? And I feel like, if anything, it's also one of those things where it's like you're worried about, how am I going to make the money for this, how am I going to pay for that, how am I going to do this, and how am I going to do that. And it's like, this is one of those things where we have to realize that we're not here to just fucking pay bills and die. Like, that's the way that the world wanted it at one point, but no, like no, fuck that. Like, we're coming out of that, and it's not to take you away from your situation, but this is to say that no, there's more to life than just fucking paying bills and dying. Like, I don't know why that's coming through that way, and if you do not like, you know, if you don't want to hear all the potty mouth, you guys know that by this point that I've got a freaking potty mouth on me. I try not to curse as much, but I don't know, cursing helps me to feel alive sometimes. I probably should rethink that. But anyway, so basically, I feel like in this situation, again, it's one of those things where it's like you don't have to suffer. Like, I feel like there's some type of community or someone wants to help you. You have the Nine of Cups coming up in reverse here. And you also have the King of Wands in reverse. The King of Wands showing up in reverse with the Nine of Cups. I don't know why I'm hearing something about abandonment. Like, someone may have felt abandoned, or they may have like abandonment issues, and it may have been because the father figure decided that they were, I just heard like oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not calling anybody a deadbeat dad, but you know, I mean, if you feel like there's a resonance to that, then you just feel that there's a resonance to that. Like, I mean, I'm not calling you a deadbeat. Like, I'm not calling anybody a deadbeat, but the words that are coming through is a deadbeat dad. So, I mean, if you feel offended by that, then respectfully ask yourself why, you know? I feel like for some of you, the reason why you may feel offended, or, you know, I don't know who I don't know who this video is going to reach. But for some of you, the reason why you may feel offended is because there may be like a toxic divine feminine energy that is probably telling you, oh, you're a deadbeat, you're this, you're that, you ain't shit, or whatever. But the reason why is because you won't give them the funds or the money or the resources that they want you to give them. And they're, you know, using the kids like, well, they need this and they need that, and then they take the money and then they call you a deadbeat for not giving more. I'm not speaking as far as that. And if this is happening to you, I'm so sorry that this is happening to you. And I set the intention that whoever's doing this to you gets called out, and that they get caught in the act of doing so. Justice now, consequences now. I got that from that Charmed, I think it was episode from Charmed where I can't remember her name, but she was a part of the Sarkana, and she was anyway, I'm not going to get into that. So basically, I do feel again that there is this energy where you yourself are being called to really go, not even just go after like what you're wanting, but understanding. Stop playing at the door. So basically what I feel, and that's another thing, it's one of those things where you have to be okay with setting some type of boundary. And it's one of those things where that's so interesting that how this is all playing out in your reading. I don't even see how this is playing out in your reading, but I'm just going to let it be. It's one of those things where it's okay for you to set boundaries, because with you setting boundaries, you eliminate the hurting and the pain and the suffering. And it's not to say that there won't be any suffering, but it is to say that you won't allow yourself to sink into it anymore. The 10 of Pentacles showing up, as well as the Ace of Pentacles showing up, the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles coming up as there's something that when you decide, there's a fear. Someone has a fear. I'm sensing a fear. I feel like the fear is, will I have enough? Will I receive enough? Will it keep pouring in? There's like these what ifs. If I do invest in this, is it going to actually bring me what I need? If I were to invest my time, my energy, my love, my emotions, my money, like, is this going to actually bring something in the long run? Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes. With the Ace of Pentacles showing up here, as well as the 10 of Pentacles showing up here, this is undeniably yes. But there's something that you're getting through first. You have to get through whatever is going on in your head and your emotions and things like that, and opening up to receive the help even when you don't want to. Humbling yourself, Queen of Swords reverse, humbling yourself to be able to receive the help. The King of Wands showing up in reverse is, with the 9 of Cups in reverse, is like, I'm used to getting what I want when I exert my energy. We're not gonna do that. And the reason why our Spirit is saying not to do that right now is because you are in a season in your life where you're being where it wants you to receive. Divine Mother is asking for you to be open to receiving. That is what I feel Divine Mother is asking you to do right now. Just receive the things that you need without feeling like you have to do it all alone. You're used to being charismatic. You're used to getting what you want by creating the space. But what if someone is going to create the space for you this time? Let's go ahead and see what your Oracle cards say. Generosity. I love that. Generosity. Okay, Maple Spirit. Generosity. This is pointing me to the 10 of Pentacles energy here. And you also have playfulness, elves. Okay. Remember when we set our intention? Remember when I think I might have said it at the very beginning of this deck, when I said something about open yourself up to love, to joy, or something like that. Okay, and you also have here Solomon's seal. Ease and gladness. Exactly. Ease and gladness. Life has been really hard for you. You have Oak, hero icon. Oak. I love this. This is also pointing me to something that is very rooted, grounded, stable, and not going anywhere at all. And you also have Broken Arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. You are entering into a season of peace in your life, but the only way you will have peace and calmness and love is if you open yourself up to receiving the help that may come from someone else helping you through it. And it's okay that you need the help through it if you do, right? Don't shut yourself off to any type of help or any type of aid. I just heard something about financial aid. It almost kind of brings me to an energy where it's like, the only way you're going to be able to feel at ease, for your nervous system to calm down and to recalibrate, is by you allowing yourself to receive. I'm going to insert myself in here, and then I'm going to insert myself back out. For those of y'all that don't know this, I am someone that is healing their body from PCOS and reversing PCOS symptoms, right? And the weight was not falling off at one point because it's a hormonal thing, and it's something that's widely misunderstood. What I realized was that I've been on this journey for, I want to say, about a year, and so far I've lost about 20 pounds, but now I'm noticing that the weight is starting to come off a little bit more. But I had to get my body out of survival mode first. When I got my body out of survival mode, that's when it helped. And of course I do have a fitness coach, and I will leave her I'll see if I can leave her information down in the description box or in the comment section. But she has been helping me by, it's virtual, but she's been helping me by giving me tips, giving me certain exercises to do. She's been really helping me out, and I love it so much. Like, I knew her before she became a fitness coach, but me investing in that, in that time, and whatnot, and having her as a part of my team really did help me. And if it wasn't for her showing up and helping me, I don't know if I ever would have been able to do it in this length of time, or it might have taken me longer. But I know that I needed that helping hand and support. And with me allowing myself to receive a fitness coach and to get into that, I now am starting to lose the weight more. And I'm so excited. Yes, it took work. Yes, it took discipline. Yes, it took trial and error. But now I'm in a space where I can finally start to really focus on the weight loss, focus on, getting, the menstrual flowing and things of that nature, which I have been doing by drinking teas and things like that. Drinking teas, eating the right foods for my body at the age of 31, right? Body, flowing with the changes and whatnot. And I'm also understanding that it's okay to receive, because for so long I was constantly giving. My hair was falling out. I had a really, oh my goodness, you guys, my mane was so big and long and healthy. And then just sure enough, my hair started falling out. And this was right after my husband, no, not right after, but life was hitting real hard after my husband died. And I started losing my hair. My nails became really brittle. It was just so bad. But the body will do what it does when you give it the space, when you create the space. And I see you creating that space and allowing things in, allow someone to be generous to help you, right? Even if they're saying, I'm going to offer my services for free, I'm going to do that for you because I love you, because I see that, because I know that we're a part of a team. Welcome in your team. That's what you need. That is what Spirit is saying. Also, with Oak here, with Hero Icon, I do feel that at the end of the day, I see the fact that you yourself could potentially go through this storm and then you be the one to bring peace. But the way to navigate this right now is to allow in that play, and to allow in that joy, to allow in that innocent aspect. And that is what you can do to help you receive during this time. Okay, I love that for you. Thank you so much for listening, and I really hope that this does help. Okay, if you do need anything from me, please feel free to visit me online over at the SaiyonanPath.org. If you wish to follow me anywhere, you can do so over at the Saiyonan Path, along with at Magic of Eden. You guys can check out the Ethereum, where I do handcraft spiritual essentials, such as this oil that I'm going to be working with tonight for this Pisces blood moon. I do have these available that are in the Ethereum. I would love for you guys to check that out, because everything is a part of what I do, all of it. The books, the Ethereum, the readings, the poetry, right? Spoken word, all of those things are part of my magic. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. And yes, if there's nothing else, I love you, and I will catch you in my next video. All right, if you chose pile number 3, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get started. I don't know what that was, but that was me putting up the number 3. That's so funny. All right, so I'm going to mix these cards up really, really well before we start talking. And I just want to say this real quick. For those of you that chose pile number 3, your deck was the loudest. And yes, I already seen a few cards. So I'm not even going to sit up here and tell you that I didn't. I did. I saw a few of your cards because they just wanted to come out. So I'm going to let you know right now that the cards that I seen were the ones that are face up. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I might just do your reading a little bit differently than the other pile. And I say that because I see this as being the shortest reading, but I also see this as me just doing it that way because I saw some of your cards. So I think I'm just going to kind of flip all of your cards over and then just kind of do one stream, like one message all together. This is the card that wants to come out. See what I'm saying? It's like your cards just, they don't even want to wait. Oh man, see, they don't want to wait. There you go. Exactly. There you go. Ooh, the Knight of Cups. I love that for you. Okay, that card wants to come out. King of Pentacles is here. Oh my God. See what I'm saying? The Chariot. Okay. All right. Well, those are your cards. I don't think I'm going to pull anymore. I feel like that's it, and I'm going to flip your other cards over. Not because I'm rushing, but because I feel like I said, I had already seen your cards. Like, I had already seen some of them. That card is wanting to show up right now, so we are going to do that. Okay, let's move these to the side. And let's go ahead and just kind of get your cards out. And I'm going to flip these over in a second. So, what was the first card? So, the Queen of Pentacles came out first. And then you had the Six of Wands to come out. And then you had the Hierophant to come out. And then you had the Knight of Cups here. And then you had the Two of Pentacles. You had the King of Pentacles. You had the Chariot. And you had the Nine of Cups. Greatest wishes granted. I just heard that. Greatest wishes granted. You are definitely going to be manifesting during this what is this called? The Pisces blood moon. I love this for you. 100%. And I'm also going to be uploading this video today because I feel like it just needs to be uploaded today. And I've already uploaded once today. However, I'm going to do it again because I feel like it's needed. And I'm just going to stick with that. So, wow. Oh my God. The Magician card isn't here, but I do feel the Magician card's energy. Listen, y'all. I feel like... Oh, there's no way. That's so weird. That's so weird. You guys, I'm tripping balls right now. Like, look. You have the Magician. There's no way. I love it. I'm so happy. I'm like, hooray. It's like, hooray. It's a celebration. Exactly. Oh my goodness, you guys, look. Okay. Let me see. I'm geeking out. But the reason why I'm geeking out is because I can feel that this is like, your life changes. Like, your life changes. Like, there's nothing else to say. Like, I feel like there's so many things that you've been really wanting to happen. There's so many things that you've really been wanting and seeing for yourself. And like, now everything is about to be like this stream. It's like this stream of consciousness that's finding itself through you, or it's discovering itself through you. And like, now you're about to live the life of your dreams. Just look, mark my words. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. If it seems too out of touch for you, write that shit down. Like, not kidding. Like, if it seems like it's just too much, like there's no way I'm gonna manifest this, write that shit down. Because yes, you are. Like, yes, you are. This is the pile. You've been through a journey. You may have come from pile number 1 and pile number 2. And like, now you're here at pile number 3. This is the breakthrough. See, this is where I feel like, remember when I just mentioned that stream of consciousness? Now what I'm seeing is the fact that from pile number 1 to pile number 2, you came and you walked through that. It's so wild. You've walked through that, and like, now you're here at the destination. The destination, right, is you receiving all of this rootedness, this groundedness, this love, this joy, this pleasure, this play, because of the heartache and the pain and the things you experienced. And now you're in a space where you can sit on your throne and say, I did that shit. I love that for you. You're in a space where spirit is like, listen, I really want you to understand that you are about to be given a lot of gifts. And the reason is because you've been the giver. The King of Pentacles right here and the Queen of Pentacles shows up as like this team. You may have a divine partner that's on your team. You may be the embodiment of both the feminine and masculine provider, meaning that you've merged these two together beautifully, or you're being called to do so. Be very practical. If there's something that you're wanting to manifest right now, you're wanting to take a practical approach and also start delegating tasks for people. Just be like, listen, do you want to be a part of my team? Okay, can you do this for me? And just do it. There's something about like resources coming in to help you pay people to help you. I feel so like, I just love this so much because there's something that's being rooted, grounded, and cemented, and there's something that is being made real. Whenever you're dealing with the Queen, any type of Earth card, this is grounding itself in reality, and it could take years. This could be the start of something taking years, or it could be the start or the solidification and the cementation, if cementation is a word, or the cementing of whatever you've been building. And now you're gonna start showing up and being that in a sense, if that makes sense. It feels also like you may be juggling a lot at work, or you may be oh my goodness, this is a good problem to have. It's like, damn, who am I gonna get to help me? Like, I've got to ship, I've got to do this, I've got to, right? Like, I've got to do so many things, right? But how the hell do I keep up with it all? And it's like, babe, write your petition for your team to come in. And then when you do that, right, I just heard the word makeup artist. It's like having a makeup artist, having a wardrobe artist, having a hairstylist, right? Having a nail technician, right? Having a cook at home, right? A nanny, a housekeeper, whatever you need, whoever you need, call it in. Call it in. I know I'm being a little extra, but y'all know by now, like, if y'all don't know now, you know, sometimes when I get real excited, I get hella extra. And I'm being hella extra right now because I feel like for you, this is one of those things where I'm gonna hype you the fuck up. Like, I'm hyping you up because this has been like a long time coming. For some of you guys, I could tell that y'all have been through a lot. And I'm not gonna hype you up. How the hell can I not hype you up? You are showing up because of your love, of the love you give, of the outpouring, of the pouring out that you give. You create safe spaces for people. Why would I not hype you up? Like, why would I not say how amazing that you've been? Why would I not tell you that I see you, that you have been so integral with your work and you've been trying and being the embodiment of it? Why would I not? The fact that you do have the world card here and you have the magician card here, baby, you are creating the world and you are warping this world into existence, babe. Like, this is you creating a whole reality. Like, you are creating a dimension for people to come into, if that's even possible. I mean, you can't literally create a dimension, but you get what I mean. Like, you yourself are creating this space, this oasis, this sanctuary for people to come, for people to dwell in, because you're creating that real space. This is giving me like shop owner vibes. This is giving me, I do this and I do that and I do that and I do that too. Have y'all ever heard the song by Masego? What is that song? I Do Everything. Yes, I do everything. Listen to that song by Masego. I do everything. Yes, honey, you do everything. But now I do see that this is something where I just heard the word marriage. I feel like someone could be marrying something or someone may propose. There's something that's going to happen in celebration of you, and I would be open to receive that. And if this is you, honey, I want you to twerk your shit. Okay? I want you to be happy. And for those of you that are not into that, I want you to just do whatever. Do your happy dance. You know, maybe it's like a little shimmy. You know, maybe you want to do a little shimmy. Maybe you want to, you know, pop the shoulders, right? Like, maybe you want to do the chicken head. You know, I don't know what you want to do. I'm a 90s baby, so I know all about the chicken head. Maybe you want to do the chicken head. Maybe you want to do the reject, you know, or whatever. Like, whatever it is, I want you to embrace it, to dance, to play, to enjoy, to manifest using music. I want you to do that because I do feel like this is, it's worth it. Like, your life is worth it. Celebrate your life. Celebrate your creations. You're about to manifest the best of your dreams because look at what you've been through. Why you deserve it. Like, I just see dancing and celebration, like a dance party. Or I don't know if y'all remember these back in the day when Tommy the Clown would come to the projects and he would, like, you know, he would have his team or whatever, and like they would dance battle and things like that. Like, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing like a community of people. Yes, I know all about Tommy the Clown. So basically, I feel, yes. I know. And it's so funny that I'm saying this because I feel like this is one of those things where you remember your roots. Remember where you came from. Remember what you've been through. Yes, I used to live in the Jordan Downs projects. Yes, I used to live in the Nickerson Gardens. Like, I come from like that part of town. I used to live in Watts. Like, that's where I grew up. I grew up in Watts. So I know all about that. So having that, you know, that upbringing and whatnot, not that I was like in the hood and things like that. Like, I was more like the observer, and I always have my head like in books and whatnot, even though I can be a part of, you know, not anyone's team, but like I can pretty much get along with anyone because I had this ability to kind of like shapeshift and like be, you know, in the environment to just kind of, I don't know, I guess keep myself safe. But for the most part, I try to keep my head in books. I was always the wise one. I was always the one who just saw things with reason and things like that, but that's not what that's about. What I'm saying is that being in that kind of environment, I realized that even though I didn't fit in that space, I knew that I would create one. This is you creating that space. And I'm not saying for us to compare, and I'm not trying to bleed myself into the reading. No, what I am saying is that if you're here listening to this, then you too have a backstory. And with that backstory comes someone that's able to create based off of that backstory. But also, I just heard the word permeate. Like this energy kind of permeates, but not in a way that is malefic or I don't know why I just heard the word maleficent. That's interesting. Maleficent. Not in a way that's malevolent, but in this instance, it's, oh, wow. Have you guys seen the Maleficent #2? I believe, yeah, I think it's Angelina Jolie anyway. So she ended up transforming into like this big ass black bird. And it's so, it's so interesting because I don't know why I'm seeing like the bird of death. You may be connected to things that are like different or like weird or goth-like energy. Oh man, I love this. This is such a vibe. But at the same time, it's like, it's because you've been through the darkness. It's because you've been through the underworld. It's because of who you are that you're able to transmute that into light that everybody can benefit from. You also have here manifesting dreams. I love that for you. Manifesting dreams. Water spirit, manifesting dreams. You've been working with water. If not, you want to work with water. You also have here, wow, you have protection, guardians of the land, protection. This is very strong earth energy. And I'm going to get into this a little bit more. This reading might go over an hour. You have honeysuckle, ethereal beauty and shyness. Oh, I love this reading. Oh my goodness. Stinking cedar, vulnerability and threats. Okay, I see what you mean, Spirit. Okay. Oh, and then you also have here, these were the two cards that decided to show up. This is the one. It was this one that showed up, and it was this one that showed up. That showed face. Star Jasmine, spiritual gifts, abundance. And then Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Those are the ones that showed up and did not want to wait. And then I use this card to cover it. It's the Protection Guardian, drop your shields. So essentially what I feel with all of these is that there's something about you that is so undeniably cosmic and so undeniably gifted that the world cannot help but to acknowledge it. And they will acknowledge it through either their rejection or by their acceptance. And it's interesting that we don't, that sometimes it's like Spirit is like, I want you to flip the script. If someone rejects you, it is an acknowledgement of everything you are. Think of rejection as acknowledgement. If you were ever rejected from a space, I feel like that means that you are being acknowledged as someone that could potentially create their own space for other people. You are creating a sanctuary. You are creating something. There's something undeniable about you. You may have been someone that was very shy, but I want you to get out of the shyness, or I want you to embrace the shyness, but I also want you to understand that even though you are shy, you come with so much power. It's the one that is shy, but when you really get to tap into your power, when they really tap into their power, it's like, damn, like they really changed. Exactly. Who you once were has evolved. And not even just that, you have become the embodiment of everything that was already within you. Think about when you plant a seed, how that one seed holds all of that information. Everything starts off as a seed, but then you plant that seed, you give it the right conditions, and it will grow into the biggest tree. Oak trees are known for that. Pine trees, whatever trees, redwood trees, everything started off from a seed, and now you're in a space where you are being called to fully embrace it all. Because when you set your intention, right? When you set that, you tell the universe, I am going to experience all of it. And I mean all of it. The fact that you do have protection here, and so you have stinking cedar, vulnerability and threat, and you also have protection here. This is letting me know that you are someone that's going to be more than likely in the public eye with something, and oh my goodness, you're going to be in the public eye. And so with that does come protection. The fact that you do have the Chariot card here as well, I don't want to skip over that. The fact that you have the Chariot card and the Nine of Cups, this is your dreams come true. This is your dreams come true. Exactly. Manifesting dreams. I just realized that. Manifesting dreams and the Magician card. Exactly. Manifesting dreams. This is one of those things where Spirit is like, you've been through all of that through pile number 1 and pile number 2. And now in pile number 3, you're making it. Exactly, you're making it. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. I want you to work water and earth magic right now, because this is something that's sustainable. Yeah, you can work with all the elements, but what I'm really seeing is you using fire to celebrate, but then you using earth and water to manifest and to bring things into divine union. Like, this is definitely divine union coming through. I also see here the fact that it says drop your shields. You don't always need to protect yourself, because not everything is a threat to you. You will know when something is a threat, because spirit will share that with you, and spirit will tell you. I also want to say too here that within this reading, I'm seeing that with honeysuckle, it's one of those things that you work with when you're working with Jupiter, by the way. So there's something very amplified about not your reading, but about whatever you're doing in your life right now. I do feel that there is a lot of sweetness, abundance, love, money, pleasure, play, celebration, everything. Whatever you wish for, I want you to write it down. And I also want you to work with this oil, or the wishes oil that is available in the apothecary. Sorry, not apothecary. That's available in the Ethereum. And yes, and that's really all that I want to say to you right now, because the battery is about to die. Spirit says that's your cat. I love you guys so very much. Everything that you need to be linked or to use will be linked down in the comment section. Consider joining the Saiyonan Circle by reserving or by giving a donation every single month to receive readings and things of that nature that I have behind the scenes that I will not share over the internet. And yes, that's really what it is. Oh, also spiritual gifts. 1 second, real quick. Before you go. Spiritual gifts. This is a season of your life where your spiritual gifts matter. This is what's going to help you to manifest the best of your life. You want to use your spiritual gifts. No ifs, ands, or buts. Whatever it may be. Poetry, prophecy, wielding, I don't know, sculpting, whatever it is. Spiritual gifts, you're going to need it. It's going to bring you abundance. Share your spiritual gifts with the world. This is what you are here to do right now. Soul activation. I love you guys, and I will catch you in my next video.